Hey best friends, I'm Claire.
I'm Yana.
Welcome to
My best friend's book club.
We did it, everyone.
We did it.
We finished Just for the Summer by
Abby freaking Jimenez.
We did it. It was really hard.
It was one of the hardest things I've ever done in my whole life.
So we are drinking spiked coffee as we do this because
they only know.
There are certain things you have to do to survive, and this is something we have to do to get through this.
Yeah, don't judge us.
Judge, I don't care.
That's fair.
We'll start with a recap of what happened last week. Then we'll get into the summary of this week and into the final discussion points and some of our last episode segments.
Great. You know, I'm going to keep my recap pretty short and sweet because everything's the same every single time we talk about shit. Emma's just freaking Olympic gold medalist in emotional back and forth crap. So that's still going on in the previous pages. And she's all like, oh, he has kids. And it's like, no. And Maddie's trying to set her straight. And this is also the period of time where Justin starts begging for Emma to stay. So then Amber, Emma's mom, starts her drama that Maddie's been expecting. But finally, Amber's like, hey, it's go time. I'm going to start freaking out about how insecure I am with Neil, and I'm going to bring him sandwiches to work, but I'm not going to bring any from my daughter and her friend.
God, was that last week?
I think so that was last week, unless I'm doing something wrong.
No, you're right.
All of it just blends together, Claire.
Yeah,
Nothing like this. Once again, I will just say this book shouldn't be this long.
No.
There's way too much detail that doesn't matter, and things are just... Please remember, this was only supposed to be 4 dates.
I think that just keeps putting things into perspective for me. I also want to say at the end here, I'm wondering if we're alone in our, distaste for this book. So I went and I read reviews, and I'm going to read some at the end because I just need people to hear some reviews from people that are not us. So please continue.
So then they go on their freaking date, and then the kids get lice, so they have to come home and de-lice the children. And, she fits in really well to his family, but she's still I can't be with a man who has children. Then she's like, I'm all alone in my island cabin. Maddie's out. I don't remember where, and I honestly couldn't care less.
Well, she's at her parents' anniversary party
that Emma refused to
go to.
Yeah, because she's a rude person.
She's really a great character.
Yeah. So things are kind of weird with Justin because he's started to beg. So now it's norovirus time, and she's like, hey, I'm freaking ill as shit. And
but I'm not going to tell anyone.
No.
Even though I'm a nurse. So
she's just like, I'm going to barf and probably shit for a while, and I'm just in and out of consciousness essentially. And then Justin, being the golden retriever boyfriend he is like, hey, I'm gonna take that unicorn floaty and I'm gonna try and get to her. And then he's like, hey, I conveniently also have my friends who are ER docs, and they must be conveniently available as well to help.
Whatever.
Anyway, they get there too. They're all reviving her. And then it's a classic love story. So crazy twist, but he gets sick too.
That's crazy.
And they have the what are we doing here talk.
They finally bone and she cries, remember?
Yes. How could I forget?
I don't know how you forgot that. So, yeah. And then it ends with kind of is she going to change her mind and stay longer or not?
And honestly,
who cares?
Goodbye,
Emma.
Goodbye. Leave
if
now.
If I was Justin, I'd be like, bye, girl. I don't even care anymore. At
Thank
this
you.
point, if I found out Emma had norovirus on an island by herself, I'd be like, oh no, I can't get to her. Let's see what happens.
I'm going to put sharks in the water.
Sorry, I'm really ready for Halloween. So, okay.
Yeah, let's take it to the end. Take it home.
Let's
just
do that.
Yes, kill
Get it over with. Okay.
Bye. I can't believe we did it though. We really got through it.
It was crawling through quicksand.
This is commitment because we could have been what, we can't. But we're just not those kind of podcasters.
I remember I asked you and you were like, no, Claire, let's do it, but let's do 100 pages. And I was like, okay, fine. And you know what? These last 2 weeks were really hard with 100 pages, but it's fine. We're here. It's over. Thank goodness.
It's hard, but I'll also say that it is some of the most simple writing I've ever seen in my whole life.
You can get through it really fast.
You can get through it so fast. I mean, truly, there were periods where I read during commercial breaks because I don't pay for commercial-free streaming services.
+1.
So
thanks, Amazon, for adding commercials
so I was
to
watching
us.
The Girlfriend on Prime.
Me too.
And it's like 3-minute commercials.
They're so long.
They're so freaking long. But
What
I was
are you
like, you know
doing?
what I could do?
I could go garden.
So I would have like my Kindle just ready to go for every commercial break.
Actually, really smart.
Yeah.
Good job.
Thank you.
Life tips.
Life
With
tips with
Yana.
Yana. Save time, save money, don't pay for commercial free, and read your books. Read your bad
Be
books. during
productive
this
in
time.
between. All right, let's finish this shit up. So,
I can't wait.
Maddie catches Emma and Justin in bed. They're obviously post-bone. And
Magic bean.
well, yep. I finally let it go, but now you've revived it for me.
Yep. I'll revive your magic
Thank
bean every
you.
time.
She's returned from the cottage after her parents' anniversary party, and Justin leaves. He tries to get Emma to agree to hang out that evening, but, Emma's still in her weird emotional state. She doesn't know if she's going to stay longer, and she's very upset about this. So she kind of gives him the cold shoulder and tells him she'll call him later, and he's like very defeated. So then he goes home. He's sad, but don't worry. After 10 p.m., our incredible main character, Emma, she calls him and she says, all right, Justin, let's do this. I'm going to stay a little bit longer. So Maddie and Emma.
Just like another few weeks.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's only 4 dates. Okay, I'm
this is
sorry.
the
Okay,
longest.
this is the most healthy thing ever. So then Maddie and Emma, of course, they have to extend their stay at the hospital. Remember, they're traveling nurses, and they have to find a new place because, surprise, the secluded cottage on the island proved to be problematic. There's a lot of shocking moments in this book. So Justin, being still too perfect, he lets them stay at his old apartment for free because he's just so nice. But it's a little small for the two of them.
And unfurnished at this point.
And unfurnished, that's right. There's only the blow-up mattress. And it doesn't really matter, though, because Emma's basically like living with Justin at this point and his siblings.
Which she keeps referring to as the kids.
That's true.
She's never like, oh, what about your brothers and sister or whatever, or sisters and brother? It's always like, what about you and the kids?
I know, it's weird.
They're literally not
I would
his
feel
children.
so weird if somebody said that to me about my younger brother.
Yeah.
So, of course, Emma is sad because her mom didn't even notice that she moved out of the cottage. And remember, her mom is staying next door at Neil's. I still can't do
But also,
it.
why would her mom have noticed that? Like, you literally have to take this little boat to get to the cottage. Like, when would she have ever seen this?
She's also made no attempt to see her in any capacity. So why are you
Right.
surprised? I don't know. It's fine. Like I said, there's a lot of amazingly shocking things in this book. So Emma and Justin, they're kind of like living together-ish with the siblings, and they're like playing house. So then one day, Neil's housekeeper, Maria, because,
Has to be Maria.
it's got to be
Couldn't
a housekeeper
like
named Maria.
Jennifer.
This book can't get any better. So that Jennifer, she calls Emma, the housekeeper, and she is telling her that her mom is freaking out and she's out of control. So Emma rushes over to the house, and her mom, Amber, has thrown all of Neil's stuff on the lawn. We find out she's stolen a lot of pricey items that he has. And obviously this results in him breaking up with her.
I just thought it was so funny. She's throwing his shit out the window. It's his house. She can't throw him out.
Yeah, but she's unstable.
Aren't we
so-
all? I'm unstable after this book.
Me too. I'm unstable right now, working my way through it.
Yeah.
So he, being a nice person now, he offers her mental care, and he even offers to pay for an apartment for her so she can get back on her feet. So Amber declines because it's Amber.
And unless you
she's-
actually really want help, you're not going to accept help.
And that's one of the
That's-
messages we learn in this
Yes,
book. You
yes.
can't help those who don't want to be
But
helped.
Neil, he chose empathy. He must have talked to Emma earlier.
Even though Emma's her mom, but whatever. That's another topic for another time.
Even though Amber's her mom. What?
Emma's like her mom.
Oh,
Yeah.
that didn't come
She's
off.
like, she's like the make and model of her mother, is what I was trying to
Yes.
say. Thank you for forcing me to bring clarity.
I just wanted us to relive more and more
Let's
of this
sort
book
out the
together.
details. We got to sort out the
Yes.
details.
I think we should read it again.
You know what? Our next book is just for the summer.
Just for one more time.
Just recap it. Okay, so then Emma, she realizes in this moment that Maddie's been right all along, and her mom hasn't changed at all.
I'm shook.
And we're all shocked again. So then we also find out that Amber hasn't been going to therapy, and instead she's been working with a spiritual advisor who tells her that Mercury is in retrograde and that opals will help her. I had to say it. I know it was specific, but there's some things that are so ridiculous, I just have to say them out loud so that you listener, can experience the book truly with us.
If we had to suffer, so
you
do
have
you,
to suffer.
because you guys are our best friends now.
So Emma, she knows it's only a matter of time before her mom disappears, and it'll be several more years before she sees her or hears from her, even knows where she is.
Honestly, sounds like a blessing.
Whatever, honestly. So then she goes and she starts gathering Neil's clothes off the lawn. She doesn't want him to get home and him to call the cops. And as she's getting to the lawn, she runs into Maddie, who is already there, and she's bagging up the clothes.
This feels like it's the smallest town in the whole wide world that they're living in.
And of course, Maddie texts Justin, and he shows up too to help because he's still perfect. So in Maddie's text to Justin, she says that Emma's going to get really detached and distant, and he is not to leave her alone because she will take off, which is something new we learn about Emma, that she takes off just like who? Yana. It's fucking shocking. So,
also, if I was dating someone and something crazy happened to them, emotional, and their friend told me, like, hey, just heads up, you can't let this person out of your sight because they will disappear, I'd be like, what the fuck is wrong with this grown-ass man who can't fucking get his emotions together? What? Listen, I get you got the trauma, but, like, get some freaking help.
It's kind of crazy how much he loves her when he's only gone on 4 dates with her.
It's honestly crazy Maddie still loves her.
I literally thought that. I have it as a discussion point.
What? She sounds like an awful friend.
Emma, yeah. Yeah, and actually, this whole time, I'm like, is Maddie a bad friend? Is she too hard on her? And I was like, you know what? The fact that she's tolerated her this long and her leaving and whatever, her lack of emotional whatever.
Maturity, everything.
I'm like, Maddie's an incredible friend. And yeah, no wonder she's hard on her, because how else is Maddie supposed to survive?
Had to like be her parent.
Yeah. We find out at the end of the book, I'm sorry, I'm going to jump ahead, but I will
Who cares?
go back. Maddie says that she would have stopped traveling nurse a long time ago, but she was too worried about Emma. And then Emma's an asshole to her parents who fostered her.
She's just been like, and paid for her nursing school.
Right. She's the freaking worst ever.
Oh my God. She's avoidant with everyone, not just freaking Justin over here. Honestly, Maddie should steal Justin from her and just happily ever after.
What is it about Emma that makes her so like captivating? Whatever.
Ugh.
It's fine. Anyway.
Honestly, I'm concerned what Abby Jimenez thinks is true love and what she thinks are problems.
Okay, so rewind. Okay, so Maddie's like, Justin, she runs away. So then everyone cleans up the lawn, and Amber gets cleaned up and she goes to bed, and then they all start to leave. And of course, Emma is like, I need to be alone. And then Maddie's like, no, you won't. You're going to go home with Justin. And then she's like, okay. So then she goes home with Justin.
Fucking obviously had to work really hard to convince her.
So guess what happens the next morning?
I could never guess.
It's Emma's birthday.
Oh, weird timing.
Fucking nowhere. It's her birthday. That's incredible. What an incredible thing.
I'm shocked Justin didn't send her a survey about her birthday. Maybe he did, and Abby just left it out.
Maybe Abby was like, maybe there are too many surveys.
But I can't go back and delete anything.
So Justin, of course, he has a wonderful breakfast prepared for her with his siblings.
The kids.
And he's a father now. And they make her birthday pancakes, and he gives her a Stuffy 2.0, which is like her original childhood plush toy, but he's refurbished the Stuffy. So that's really sweet. Anyway, Maddie shows up at Justin's because they're all planning a birthday lunch for Emma. But before they go, of course, Maddie is like, hey, Emma, did you ever get the results of that DNA test? And Emma's like, yeah, but I didn't check. So then, of course, they all decide today is the best day to look at the results.
And I'm going to spoil it for you guys. Nothing happens in those results. Just kidding.
Just for the summer.
Just for the summer. Of course something happens. God, I don't care about this book.
It's weird that this whole book was hinged on the DNA, on like, it doesn't really talk about the DNA test, and then the whole plot is like hinged on it. Whatever. Emma's expecting basically nothing from these DNA results because her mom told her that her whole family is dead and that her dad sucks.
I'm sorry. Yeah.
I gotta reread that. But of course, we find out that's not true. That's crazy. Another shocking moment. So we find out that Emma actually has a lot of family, including a half-brother named Daniel. And everything her mother has ever told her is a lie. And that's crazy. I'm shocked.
I have to look up who published and edited this book because I never want to read another thing with them again.
So,
Just
of course, she's literally looking it up on her phone right now.
Publisher. Who's the editor? I'm going to write them a strongly worded. Grand Central Publishing, we're coming after you. Who's the editor?
That's funny.
Can a 13-year-old read just for the summer? This book is so cute and fun. No.
Oh.
I would be so upset if my 13-year-old read this because it is just the worst advice you could possibly give.
I agree. I mean, I don't think young minds should read this book because it's not very healthy for your brain, your growing brain. In the same way that Disney stories can be problematic for young minds, it's like in that category. So don't worry, Disney does it too, just like way better.
Google, one of the questions is just for the summer explicit? And the answer is
no.
Lots of sexual content.
What?
Including plenty of lingering looks, embracing, nuzzling, cuddling.
Anyway, of course, the brother, he reaches out immediately now that her information is all uploaded. And I mean, more shocking news. The brother lives in Minnesota too.
Just a couple hours away.
He's only 2 hours away.
By car.
This is crazy.
You know what's also crazy? Just how like fine and emotionally mature he was to just be like, oh, I have a half sister. I'm just going to be contacting her and also fine. Meanwhile, Emma's having like a fucking breakdown. He also didn't know he had a sister.
Yeah. He's like, come over, girl.
And I got a whole family waiting to meet you.
Come meet us. And so they all are like, today is also the best day to not only look at the DNA results, let's go meet the brother before we do Emma's big birthday lunch. This is a great day. We're having a great time. So they all get in the car and they arrive and the brother's house is really nice and they all sit down and they meet his wife and he has a kid and they're looking through photos and they're talking. And we learn that all those times that Amber abandoned Emma as a small child, she just left her to go be with this family.
Honestly, it's so rude. Like, that is really mean.
It is really rude.
It's so mean.
And Emma's like starving and can't fend for herself because she's actually a child. So I guess we can feel some empathy for Emma.
Thrown into the foster
moment.
care system. That is terrible.
Yeah.
I will give them that.
So at this point, Emma completely loses her shit. It's like the last screw just popped out. It's gone. It was barely in there.
And then it popped out 100,000 pages ago.
And she runs out of the house. She gets in the car. Justin and Maddie are right behind her. They get in the car. Emma's screaming, "Get me out of here." So
get me out of here.
They start driving. And where does Emma want to go? She wants to go confront her mom, Amber, because today is a really good day for that, too. I just feel like a mature person would be like, you know what? It's my birthday. Hard stop. I need to try to like find some joy and peace, and I'll deal with this when I've had time to digest.
I don't know if I 100% agree.
Okay.
Because I just feel like...
You have to know now?
No, I just feel like, you know, you kind of maybe could also get into that like panic attacky mode where you're just like, you've had enough and you just like lose it. Like she did. But I'm just saying I can also see a situation where you're like just so riled up that you're like, I'm just going to go confront this right now. You get to the point of panicky that you stop having critical thinking. And
so we're being nice to Emma now?
I'm just, yeah, she's my favorite character, Claire.
I'm joking. No, I'm
going to name my future daughter Emma.
No, thank
Actually,
you.
I've always loved the name Emma.
Because that is a productive comment. Thank you for your productive commentary.
You're very welcome.
Yana. And that is true. People
do
do
backbone
that.
of this podcast, as always.
So anyway, the group gets to the house, and as expected, her mom really has no reason for this behavior when Emma confronts her. It's also important to note that Justin and Maddie kind of sit back and they let her just kind of go talk to her by herself. And Amber just basically says the one thing she keeps saying is they, as in her parents, Emma's grandparents, they would have, quote, kept her, just as they did Daniel, because I guess Amber was a teen mom.
She had him at 15.
And they took care of Daniel, which I don't know is really nice. And she didn't want Emma to get taken from her.
But she also wasn't a teenager when she had Emma, right?
Yeah, I don't think so. But I mean, she's not equipped.
Honestly, say thank you that your parents helped you take care of this
Well, I mean, also,
when you were 15.
She's clearly not capable of taking care of the kid because she leaves her and doesn't feed her. And she goes into
15.
foster care. And she's going to go visit her parents. So why not just bring Emma with her?
Well, yeah. At no point does she say, like, that the grandparents had, like, full custody and wouldn't let her near the child. It sounded like she had
kept
plenty.
her away from
No, but she had plenty of contact with Daniel and, like, her parents.
Yeah.
So it wasn't like, we're just going to take your child and abandon you.
No, she just didn't want them around Emma for whatever reason. The grandparents are dead, by the way.
Bye.
So at this moment, Emma is finally able to let go of her really terrible mother. And she says, I wouldn't miss her. I wouldn't grieve her. I would never look for her. This is what I was capable of. This was my gift, my curse. Not the silly thing I was trying to undo with Justin. It was my ability to not love. End quote.
You know, Claire and I are going to a haunted house later today. And I would say that the most scary thing you could do this fall is to read this book.
This is not a summer read.
This is a, like, torture someone read. Like, if you have someone in your life that you don't love and you wish harm to,
just recommend
this book.
Oh, that's a good one, Yana.
I would wish this on to my worst enemies.
So then, of course, Emma, she sneaks away. She's given up her mother at last, and she calls an Uber and she takes off and she leaves Justin and Maddie. And then Amber sets the house on fire. And
this book has everything you could ever want. Sex, love, dating, fire, foster care, hospitals,
we find out it's not
norovirus. Like, literally, there's a little bit of everything.
Curse breaking and true love.
Yeah.
Find your one. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Jesus, the house on fire.
So, of course, the fire alerts Justin and Maddie that something's wrong. So they start rushing to go and try to get to Emma. And at this moment, they run into Neil. And he's just watching his house burn down.
Brad's ass. He's like, this is actually good for me.
Yeah, he's like, he basically tells them that Emma is gone and Amber has taken a taxi as well. And he's having this self-reflective moment where he's like, I've been a jerk my whole life. And we don't really know why. It sounds like he was
so
just
annoying.
I know.
To me
I knew you were going to be annoyed by
because
that.
the ER docs were like, I warn you about Neil. It was like one sentence while Emma's like puking and shitting her guts out. They're like, we're going to go now that we helped, but like, be careful. And then we just find out he made some bad choices, but we don't know what they are. Sounds like he just like maybe didn't use women as women should be used.
Yeah, you probably shouldn't use women. He didn't treat women appropriately.
Thank you. I was trying to say the word treat, but
you said use. That's okay.
I feel used by Abby Jimenez.
Gotcha.
Piss me off.
So he's just like, I deserve this, and Amber was my test because through it all, I could have reacted as the person I had been, and now I'm a restored man, and I never failed my test with Amber.
Honestly, fine. Do your crazy thing. Let your house burn. But also, like, okay, your house is on fire. You're going to have a lot of damage anyway. But, like, why not just, like, contain it to the one area and still have the firefighters come? It's all just stupid.
I mean, yeah, it is. I mean, I don't think any part of this book is, like, really, like, wow, that was very riveting.
Or at least, like, is the yacht safe?
Probably. It's on the water. So there's that. He can live on his yacht.
Yeah, but I mean, even though it's on the water, like, you know, sparks do fly.
Yes,
just
they
like
do.
They do between Emma and Justin.
I hate you. I hate you.
I hate myself, Claire. I hate this podcast. I hate this book. I hate everything about this morning because we have to do this. And honestly, it's ruined my weekend. It's ruined my summer.
It's ruined my summer. Okay, listen, we're going to do this.
I wish I was illiterate.
Okay. So Justin tries to call Emma, and of course she doesn't answer. And then we learn that Maddie, again, being a great friend, she put a tracking tag in her luggage and Emma's, so she's able to see her when she takes off, because I guess this is something she does.
Is this a good time to tell you that I've also put trackers into some of your items?
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
I really appreciate that.
Just in case you take off.
Because I do that a lot.
Yeah.
I'm known for that, for sure. So she's like, Justin, she's going to leave forever. Like, forever, ever.
So dramatic. I can't.
I was like, girl, bye. Please go. But of course, Justin's in love with her, so he can't allow that. So Maddie's like, hey, I'm going to go after her. I know where she's at. And Justin, you go home and I'll call you. And so Justin does just that.
Honestly, if this was reversed, if this was Justin acting this way, I feel like Emma would have gotten the biggest ick.
Oh, yeah. Can you imagine going on 4 dates with someone and this is what they do to you? I'd be like, this is way too much for me.
So
like,
I
you
have
need
kids to raise.
Yeah, you need to heal. Like, I don't have the bandwidth for this.
No, I want to break up so I can meet the one.
Yeah, because that's what the whole fucking book is about, right?
I'd be like, wow,
Breaking
my last
curse.
crazy girl. And I finally get to meet the sane one who will raise my children.
Thank God this is over. Thank God. Anyway, so Maddie goes to confront Emma and she gives her the old Maddie tough love. And she says, hey, girl, I'm not a therapist, but I read a lot about this and I'm diagnosing you as an avoidant attachment relationship style.
Which I'm not a therapist either, but I also diagnosed her way back then.
And Emma, she agrees. And Maddie's like, you have to do everything I tell you to do. And Emma's like, absolutely. So she's going to listen to her. So then the next morning,
I can't wait for this to be over. Please hurry up.
I'm almost there. Emma shows up at Justin's and she basically breaks up with him. And she's like, I need to work on myself. He's obviously incredibly devastated and he tries
thing
to,
that could have happened to him.
you know. But in this moment, we also get to hear from Justin the old, if you love someone, you gotta let him go. So he lets her go. So then Maddie takes Emma to go live with her half-brother Daniel because
Like, what the fuck is happening?
what she's needed this whole time is the stability of family is what it sounds
Abby
like.
Jimenez okay?
I have something to tell you after this. So
Oh
then,
my God, is she dead?
hold on. So
Oh,
then
no.
they both, Emma and Maddie, they get full-time jobs because they're gonna get some roots now, okay? And Emma goes to therapy because, girl, do you need that? But then don't worry. After just 6 months,
I know, that pissed me off so much.
Emma's healed and she's done EMDR and she's got all kinds of trauma therapy under her belt now. And she's ready to go be with Justin again.
Honestly, I'd love her therapist's number because
If I could
magician.
be healed 6 months,
6 months.
Where
I
do
would have
you-
saved so much money.
where do I put my credit card down?
Seriously.
I won't even pay insurance.
I'll
pay that straight
pay out
up.
of pocket.
So, you know, I have to say this part for you. As she's driving to go get to Justin, she's reminiscing about the one thing she misses the most. What was that, Yana? Do you remember?
No, I don't care.
She says, quote, forehead kisses.
Oh my God, yes. Yes, I do remember this.
This was somehow the worst image of all. Him pressing
Yep.
his lips
On
to
another
someone
girl.
else's head. Taking that out. I'd like to press my fist up against her head.
Yep.
So then on her way to Justin's house still, she gets a call. And it's from Justin's sibling, Sarah.
The
She's
rude
the
teenager
yeah,
one.
but she's not so rude anymore. She's healed too. And
amazing.
she started her period.
For once a year period.
Her once a year period. And she calls Emma because she doesn't want to call Justin.
And her mom's in jail.
And her mom's in jail.
No,
Fucking stupid. Okay. I can't. Okay.
Honestly, it sounds like Abby was on drugs when she wrote
It's like,
this.
and then a unicorn came out of nowhere, and then Hagrid,
You're a wizard, Harry.
Voldemort killed everyone. It's over. Okay.
I wish.
So then she picks up Sarah from school. They go and get her women's supplies, and then they go to
Women's supplies.
you know, then they go to Culver's, which is like the one thing I think Emma's done right in this book. You start your period, you should get a hamburger and fries for sure. Then once she gets to the house, she's able to finally talk to Justin, and she tells him that she's healed. And here are some of the final lines from the book. So, Justin looked into my eyes. He said, "You know, if the curse is true, the next person you date is going to be your soulmate."
The next person you date is going to be yours too.
I was wondering if you'd like to go out with me sometime.
4 dates, a kiss, no breakup.
Not just for the summer?
No, forever this time.
That's literally the last couple lines of the book. You're welcome. But don't worry, there's an epilogue. And
I didn't read it.
I forced myself to read it because
I was like, oh, it's at the end. We're done. I did not read it. What happened? Tell me.
It's fucking dumb. It's just
I'm shocked.
It's really riveting. Justin writes another Reddit post and he's describing his marriage proposal plan and if everyone thinks it's a good idea for Emma and if she'll say yes, and then it ends with like, update, she loved it. She said yes. Fucking shocking. And that's the end of the book. Thank God.
What was his proposal idea?
It had to do all with the fucking Toilet King.
Are you fucking kidding me?
He put like the billboard in his studio apartment. It was like the turd in the toilet was like, "Will you marry me?" or something.
He proposed with a turd in the toilet?
He uses the billboard and the Toilet King, he contacts them and they like agree to like not make it so gross for the proposal sign.
Hell no. I'm going to have to read that. I'm going to have a cocktail later and I'm going to read that. That is terrible. Oh my. If I ever finally propose to you, I'm going to do the same thing.
It's dumb. It's like 3 pages, so it's fine.
Is it dumb? I'm shocked.
That's how the book ends, everyone. So yay, we did it.
These are weeks of our lives we will never get back.
No, we
like
won't.
This is what we spent them on.
I hope you all enjoyed listening to that. You also can't get your time back. Sorry.
Honestly, I'm a little shook.
I'm fucking real shook.
I feel like I have been on the same roller coaster without it stopping ever for a break. And I've been puking the entire time on it. But like no one's seen it, so they won't stop the roller coaster and I just can't get off. But I'm very sick of it.
And then they finally were like, oh, the roller coaster's broken. And they stopped it. And they were like, Yana, would you like to get off? And you're like, no. I'm going to go read the epilogue. Yeah. Because now I need to.
I can't live without it now.
Destroy.
It's just Abby. Wait. You had something to tell me about Abby?
Okay, so
what'd you find out?
Like I said
She's
at the
crazy?
beginning, I read some reviews on the book because people have highly rated this. So I'm going to tell you, okay, I've read both the good and the bad. Obviously, I just needed to hear even what the bad was because I wanted to know if it was kind of how we've been feeling. I'm going to read some of them. I took some screenshots. But I guess Abby Jimenez talked to therapists about Emma's character profile and even her going to EMDR and her, PTSD. And I was just really surprised to hear that because Emma's I just didn't expect her to and I guess a therapist read this and was like, yeah, that's that profile.
Fire that person, take away their license. I'm on commonsensemedia.org now because I just also shout out. Can we say that?
I don't know.
No one sponsors us. Who cares? Not yet. Not after this. I was just curious because it recommends this for age 15 plus. And it says, what parents need to know about this book is that it's a contemporary adult romance that focuses on the realities of finding enduring love. That hurts my heart because
I agree.
I would say that it's none of that. Mm-mm. And no one with a not yet fully formed brain should be reading this book because I would not want my child to think this is realistic love at all. And then there's 2 reviews here by kids, which also hurts my heart. One kid said, this is great for mature teen readers who've struggled with childhood abuse and moving on. I read this book when I was 14 years old. Even at that age, I was quite mature and had already experienced some childhood abuse. This book explores the theme of childhood trauma, which is often found among people in prison. That was such a small piece of it. Like, I get he's having to raise these kids because his mom went to prison, but I wouldn't say that's like a focus or any sort of healing.
Wait, are they relating to Justin or Emma?
Justin, I think. It contains a significant amount of swearing and references to past neglect and abuse.
Was there a lot of swearing?
I don't think so. There's more in this podcast.
Yeah.
Common Sense Media, come for us.
Please
and then
don't.
the second review is, I would recommend to anyone over 14, not appropriate for under 14. This book is so cute and fun, and I really enjoyed it. I wouldn't, however, recommend to anyone under 14, as it has some serious topics, such as child neglect, a drunk scene, a scene where a character is violently throwing up, and quite a few references to sex.
Wait, when is somebody
Also uses many swears.
When is someone drunkenly yelling?
When they pick up the mom and Lay.
Oh,
I don't think they're drunkenly yelling. I don't know, unless Amber was drunk. I just...
Okay, wait. I've got some reviews I can read, okay? I'm so confused by the amazing ratings. The first half, about 200 pages, were so predictable. After school especially, and just painful. Then the story picked up and seemed worth it for a while. But then to, oh my god, will this book ever end? I finished it, but was scanning pages to get to the end, and even scanned the epilogue. I have never written a review this bad. I'm so glad I'm done with this book.
Oh my god. We should contact
These are
that
all real
person.
reviews that you can find on Amazon, by the way.
I love this.
This one is one of my
Oh
favorite.
my god, we should always read reviews about books.
She said, oh, this is good. Yeah. This person is probably my favorite. She put Justin, 5 out of 5 stars. Emma, 2 out of 4. This book, 3 out of 5. If I hear a quote, docking station or quote, I will get small one more time. That's it. That's all she wrote. This person says, I wish therapy also healed me in less than half a year. Sorry. I'm sorry.
That's the most relatable. These reviews are the most relatable
I was
pieces
like,
of this whole book.
We're not alone. And although Abby Jimenez consulted therapists to get an accurate depiction of some of Emma's trauma responses, what seemed laughably inaccurate was the time it took for Emma to, quote, get better. I'm sorry, but 6 months of CBT and talk therapy would not be nearly enough time spent working on the skills. We're talking years or decades of therapy being required to unravel all of this. For those of us who have lived something similar to Emma's experience, it's slightly offensive that the author portrayed such an unrealistic resolution to a complex problem, making the ending fall flat for me.
100%.
Sounds like this person like actually has experienced something similar to Emma, and like I don't know, I thought that was a good perspective to share because I don't have that shared experience. This is the last one, and this will lead us into discussion because I literally the entire time I finished this book, I couldn't stop thinking about this.
Okay.
If Emma was struggling with love, why was her problem finding people and wanting them to be her soulmates after she breaks up so she can find her one? So she's suffering from loving people but actively searching for her soulmate? That doesn't even make sense. Yes. And that's what I kept thinking, like, why did we even agree to this stupid fucking curse-breaking thing when Emma knows in her brain, or she really believes that she doesn't want to love and she wants to keep traveling and she's a nomad? And like, why even agree? Why even agree to such a thing? Girl, what?
All I can say, Claire, is this book is dumb.
Okay, but I did want to talk about this. This was actually starting to bother me because the whole time in the book, this goes back to that person who's like that review I read where she sounds like she actually has shared experience with Emma. First, they're like, okay, Emma's mom, Amber, she kind of sucks, right? And then they kind of weave this whole story of, well, she actually has a mental illness. And so then that triggers a certain kind of different perspective from people. Even Neil, remember, he's like a doctor, a surgeon. He's like, you're mentally ill and I will pay for your psychiatric care. And so you start to build this theme with Amber in your head where you're like, you know, she has a mental illness. We need to have a certain level of empathy for that and understanding for that. She's not just like a bad mom or bad person.
She's gone through trauma.
Right.
And I don't want to downplay anyone's trauma in this book. I think the book's just dumb.
But then it takes a turn where it's like, no, she doesn't have a mental illness. She is just a bad mom. She is just a bad person. But I didn't really like that the story was hinging towards people with true mental illness. I feel like that's kind of offensive.
I just feel
Do you get what
like
I mean? Am I saying it right? point.
I feel like if the point of Abby writing this was to talk about trauma or emotional abuse or any of this stuff, it does not come through. Like, I just feel like it's like little tidbits, and it's like really just about Justin and Emma and this freaking curse or whatever, falling in love way too fast. But I don't think there's anything really that touches, like, I don't feel like anyone who's experiencing these terrible things in their life should like find comfort in this book. I don't feel like it's actually really discussed. I have a lot of issues with this book. Would you like to hear some of them?
Get it out. This is the final season.
One issue I have
season
with it,
episode.
I'll just keep these like very just broad. But one,
Oh no.
way too fucking predictable.
Way too long.
Two, way too much dialogue and internal like monologues that I don't give a shit about.
A lot of people said that. They're
Yes.
like, why is this is not need to be 400 pages?
The love is like way too forced. They just fall in love way too quick. It's unrealistic. I don't want 14-year-olds reading this thinking this is what happens.
I agree.
I feel like I just said, you know, if the purpose was to have these heavy themes, you know, comfort someone or I don't know, whatever. Like, I just feel like the themes are way too heavy, but talked about in this like blah, light
Not
way.
serious.
No, not at all.
Which and then those are serious topics, and they should be given space for that. Is what you're saying?
Yes.
Yeah.
And I just feel like the book is just a romance, but she's trying to throw too many other themes in.
Yeah.
Way too many.
You know what? And on the positive side of the reviews, because I did read those too, there were people who were like, I actually liked that there were serious themes in my romance book. But then on the other end, people were like, I just kind of want a romance book. And this doesn't feel like it's a romance book.
No. And it's just, I don't know, there's so much emphasis on like the whole kids thing, but at the same time it's like emotionally abusive mom, we'll just throw that in here, take it out. Then it's like you just found out you have a brother, all of a sudden you move into with him, it's not a big deal, and then you just like as quickly move back out to be back with Justin. You have this terrible neglect and all this stuff, but you only need 6 months of therapy to fix that. Like, it's all just so like ugh.
EMDR too. Like, listen, I've done EMDR and it is fucking painful, and it definitely takes longer, and you're even kind of broken after it because you're like, oh, that was terrible, but then you heal in the long term.
I'm so
like
concerned
6 months
about younger girls, especially reading this. Like, I don't want anyone to think that you can just like meet this random guy online and like just fairy tale 4 dates, he falls in love with you, and then you also have this best friend who will just drop everything in their life to take care of you.
It's almost like Maddie's almost kind of unbelievable in herself because her level of friendship, I mean, is crazy. I mean,
it's too much.
I decided at the end of the book I did like Maddie after all. I like Lay and I like Maddie, and that's it. But I mostly just hate the book, honestly, and I never want to read it again.
I would say it's not that I like Maddie, it's just that I hate her the least.
All right, that's fair. Yeah.
Like, I do like Lay.
Lay's probably the chillest, most relatable character in the book.
Honestly, so's the mom that went to jail.
Well, what about the embezzlement? Like,
Whatever.
Well, I guess maybe. I don't know. Anyway.
Honestly, I'd rather someone embezzle than do this whole 4 dates fall in love thing.
So what is your final rating?
0.
Out of 5 stars? Literally 0 stars?
0.5.
I was like, should I give it 1 star?
No.
0.5 stars?
I'm going to give it 0.5 out of 10.
What did you like about the book that gives
That
it?
it's over.
We like Lay, so that's your half a star.
And I like Brad the dog.
And I kind of like Maddie.
I'm okay with Maddie.
I think I hate...
Like, if everyone else died and it was just Maddie who was alive, I'd be okay with it.
Yeah, really not for us.
It's just not for us.
So,
Are you going to give it 0.5 too, or are you giving it one? Okay.
I don't care. It's like 0.51. If I had to give it a full star, I'd give it a 1.
Who would you recommend this book to?
Oh my God.
Because mine
Like,
would be
for
no
real?
one.
I mean, my answer is no one.
no
but
one.
you want me to truly try to think of someone?
No, you
Actually,
can say
I
no
can
one.
think of someone, but I'm not going to say it. Okay, so let's go into our segment of what does Yana remember? You know what I was thinking about? In every book we've read, you do forget things. But in this book, you didn't forget anything. Because there's really nothing to remember is what I'm guessing happened. So this should be no problem
Or
for
honestly,
you.
if I did forget things in this book, it's not due to my normal forgetness, but it's just because I've tried to block it out because this has been awful.
Yeah.
Go ahead. I honestly don't
I
even
try
want
to
to
make
win.
these funny.
If
okay?
I win, honestly, that's terrible.
First question. What type of post did Justin put on Reddit that caught Emma and Maddie's attention?
Something curse, Toilet King,
It's like
dog.
a very common...
Am I in the wrong, or am I a bitch? Am I a dick? Am I awful? Am I just here for the summer?
It's Am I the Asshole?
Oh,
I actually thought you were going to get that.
I don't care. That was
All
so
right.
long ago.
What's Justin's job?
Tech?
Yeah, but like what in tech?
Was that something that was important in the story?
It's just like
He works from home so he can take care of his children.
he's an engineer.
Aren't they all?
Okay. I think that's what you said last time. What food does Emma not like and why?
How?
She hates this food. Oh my God, you were the one who said this, and I forgot.
Hold on. Thank God. Honestly, I'm proud of myself for remembering less. Hold on. Give me a second. What food does she hate? It's not Justin's mac and cheese.
Something that has to do with her upbringing. Her very neglectful upbringing.
I don't know what it.
Carrots.
I don't remember that
Remember
even slightly.
you were the one who said it. You were like, oh, she hates carrots because she would steal carrots from the neighbor's yard because her mom left her starving. All right. Wow.
I don't remember any of that.
It's really empty in there.
Yeah,
Okay.
sure is. There's like one brain cell left fighting.
You're
for
going to get
dessert.
this one.
I hope not.
Before their next traveling nurse gig was rerouted to Minnesota, where were Emma and Matt?
Hawaii.
Very good. Okay.
Thanks.
That's 1 point.
Hawaii, you guys over there should be lucky you didn't get them.
What's the name of Emma's favorite childhood toy that her mom returns to her as an adult?
Some Stuffy.
Good job.
Was that his name? Stuffy?
Stuffy. Yeah.
God, Emma's never been cool.
Who famously says you gotta give her the magic peen? No, please get it.
Maddie?
No.
Who cares?
It's Benny.
Who's
remember
Benny?
Justin's friend.
Honestly.
What does Justin give Emma that ends up acting as a beacon to guide him while he's paddling on the unicorn floaty to get to her?
The rose bush?
Good job. How long does it take Emma to heal before she's ready to go be with Justin after her years of trauma?
6 months. Very realistic.
Who calls Amber a pinche pendeja?
Maria. Love you, Mom.
Love you, Mom. And the last question.
God.
Where is the first place Justin kisses Emma physically on her body that she just loves so much?
The place that has forever been ruined for me, the forehead.
That's right.
I'm going to get bangs just to cover that shit up.
You won. You got 6 points.
Claire,
and
I don't
only
think
got
any of us are
4.
winners here.
You literally said last episode, and you forgot. Oh, you're still our goldfish.
Yeah.
Yay.
What's our food rating? Can we wrap this up?
Yeah. Oh, before we... No, let's do that. Yeah, okay. What's your food rating?
Have you ever let a cucumber sit for too long?
And it like gets moldy in the fridge?
In the slime?
Yeah. But you've never eaten it, I hope.
Well, I'm not eating it, but it's the slime. It's what a waste, you know?
But you have to eat it.
I'm not going to eat it. I'm going to just touch it,
you
realize
read it.
it's slimy and mushy. Then you throw it in the garbage, just like I wish I did with this book. Sorry, Abby.
It's not too late.
Abby, honestly, listen to this.
Just not for us, girl, but you've...
Just not for us
as I
is what we would call this book.
As I understand it, you've written a lot of great books and people really love them, so...
But I won't be reading any of them.
Well, my food rating is, it's like when you're so hungry, you're so incredibly hungry. Let's say you went on a really long hike and you know, to get some food, and then you ask that you just do not want mayonnaise on your sandwich, and it's just slathered in it.
Worse.
And you can't take it back for whatever reason because this is all fictional world. And you have to eat a very mayonnaise saturated
Yuck.
sandwich
Nope.
because you're starving.
Nope.
That's my food rating. Oh, also, this is so cute. My dad just texted me.
Hey, Dad.
Remember the beans from last episode? Yes. This is what they're called.
Lupini
beans.
Lupini beans.
That's what my food rating was last time. Thanks,
wow.
Dad.
Thanks, Daddy.
Love you, Dad.
Daddy.
Daddy. See you soon. So that's our food rating. Our next book, we're going to get into the spooky season and read
The Housemaid
by Frida McFadden.
Hopefully Maria's in there.
And as we understand it, everyone's pretty excited about the film adaptation. So we need to read it first before we watch that. So hopefully you'll join us on that adventure. We'll release our reader calendar just like we always do and pin it on our socials at My BF Book Club on Instagram and TikTok. So be on the lookout for that. We'll pick that up this weekend and, release it.
Honestly, just so excited to read something new.
I'm so excited. I'm so excited.
I have never, ever looked forward to a book ending more.
+1.
I'm counting college textbooks.
If we weren't doing this, I wouldn't have finished it.
Oh, absolutely
I would have just been like, I'm done now, bye. But this is our book club.
I still kind of hope it gets made into a movie because I want to get drunk with you and watch it.
That would be so funny.
Yeah.
Okay, can we do that? Abby, we'll support you for that.
Abby, we love you.
Abby, we're sorry.
Yeah, we're so sorry. We were just joking the whole time.
We just make an adaptation.
Yeah. Will you please? We actually would highly recommend it to all of our listeners. We think you're really good at what you do.
We'll host a watch party. Yeah. It'll be really cool.
Oh my God, it'd be so much fun.
Yeah.
Just like charcuterie board, drinks.
Yeah.
And we can like kiss each other's foreheads.
When you walk in the house, we kiss you on the forehead. It's not a hug or handshake. It's a kiss on the forehead.
Yes.
Feels colty.
And you should bring, everyone would bring their siblings, but we'd call them children.
All right.
And we set the house on fire.
We just Uber away.
Nobody cares. We're just like, there it goes.
Goodbye.
I deserve this.
That was a good one.
The slate is wiped clean now of all my bad
cleansed. That's funny.
Okay, now, oh my God, I really hope this happens.
I actually really would like it to be made into a film
so
now.
Fun.
Please.
I can't wait to watch that.
We're gonna send this to Paramount and see if they'll pick it up.
Maybe like just for an hour.
Just for like 90 minutes things.
No more, please.
So, as I promised, I'm going to give you some spooky movies to start watching to get yourself into the holiday season. This is the holiday season.
It's almost the first day of Halloween.
So, as we go, the scare meter is going to go up. Okay, so I'm going to start with something. Listen, I just want you to know all of these are going to be like kind of thrillery, scary. We don't fuck around with horror kind of thing, so they're all going to be scary to some extent. But
I want to check them on Common Sense Media.
It's really going to get up there when we get to the end of October. So we're going to start off. I'm going to recommend you watch Fresh on Hulu. It's pretty gross, like body-wise, so that's just a PSA if that's too much for you. And then I'm also going to recommend if you want something more like psychologically disturbing, also gross, watch The House That Jack Built, also on Hulu. Those two are really good to kick off the Halloween season. Ooh.
Spooky.
Have you seen those?
No, but I'm just really having fun on commonsensemedia.org.
Oh my God.
This title has too much violence and too much sex.
Just for the summer?
No.
Oh, the
Fresh.
movies? Oh, yeah.
And all caps, do not let your kids see this.
It's a fun one, and it starts off really typical with like a girl who's trying to date, and she meets a guy in a grocery store, and it's like that kind of whole setup, and then the ending is really just a good bow to the end of that sort of dating story. So it's a fun one, but it is gross. So anyway, friends, as always, we are still trying to grow, so please share us with anyone who you think will enjoy the podcast. Tap that 5-star like it is. Setting your house on fire and cleansing your inner soul to never read this book again.
Amen.
And if you want to chat with us, you still can. You can DM us on our Instagram or our TikTok, and you can always send us an email at
mybfbookclub@gmail.com.
Thank you, Yana. So grab your copy of The Housemaid, so you can start reading along with us.
Take your copy of Just for the Summer and throw it away.
Keep it in the house fire. So
use it to start the house fire.
Use the book to start the fire.
Yes.
I'm sorry, don't do that.
No.
Do. Anyway, remember, friends, it's important to read, so
keep on reading, but make better choices.
We'll make better choices too. We're sorry we
Okay.
picked this book.
Bye, love you guys.
Bye,
Bye,
we love
best
you.
friends.
Bye.